Hi and welcome back to my channel MAJ Cognition. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified about all my new videos whenever I post them. So I'm here with another gardening video for you guys to show you how I managed to get my garden thrive. Okay, how I managed to get all my plants thrive, and want to show you guys the secret. Okay, so you may wonder that I use some kind of special fertilizer, okay, to get my plants grow this big. As I told you guys in my 7 square feet garden introduction video on my window grill, that all my plants are grown from cuttings. That's right, they are all grown from cuttings. None of the plants were already plants. They were not with the roots or foliage. Okay, they were just cutting, they were just stems, and I made them into plants. I turned them into plants. I grew them in small bottles. Okay, and then I got them in my soil bed. Okay, after I made this garden on my window grill. Okay, so let me give you guys a growth update, how my plants are doing. Okay, and then I'll tell you guys how I managed to get them this healthy, and I managed to get them grow this fast. So if you check out my videos in my channel, okay, you will find a lot of plants. They were not this big as they are now. Okay, they were tiny little plants. They were very small. Okay, if not very small, but they were smaller than how they are now. Okay, they were even smaller before, but I did not record it. But I do have some of the plants as a cutting, okay, which I will show you guys later on how they are doing when they turn into a complete plant. They are a complete plant now, okay, but I'm going to show you guys how they get in future from cutting as they are now. Okay, so as you can see, all my plants already here, they were smaller in all my other videos. Now let me update you guys about how they're growing. Okay, so I showed you guys my tulsi plant in my Vinca rosea video, which I made about Vinca rosea and tulsi as well. So it was not this big, it was below this, or it was equal to this. Okay, but now it is taller. You see, it has grown a few inches taller, and this branch is also growing much faster. And look at the base, look at that, it's growing much faster than you expect a tulsi plant to grow in a pot. Okay, and you see my caladium, it is growing way faster. You see that new leaf. Okay, if you check out my video about caladium, okay, like which I made a few days back, this leaf was here. It was growing, it was just popping out just like that one. Okay, that's a new leaf popping out of the caladium bulb. But this leaf here was actually a new leaf popping out few days ago, and now it is a big new leaf. So look at my caladium plant. It is growing so big and so beautiful. And if you check out my video which I made on Dieffenbachia plant, this big leaf was just a small popping out leaf which was about to get uncurled. Now you have a new leaf popping out, and that is ready to uncurl in probably in a week or so. Okay, so this was a tiny leaf which was not uncurled. Now it has uncurled and revealed its beauty. Okay, and you see this plant, it has started popping out new branches. I can actually make more. This is my moonlight philodendron. Look at the way it's growing. It is growing some new branches. Okay, you see this branch. Now this branch also has more branches for some reason. So it's growing so much better. And you see this pineapple plant. I did not make a specific video about pineapple plant, which I may make. Okay. I would have posted a video of how I grew these pineapple plants. Okay, when I grew them from a pineapple crown. But unfortunately, I did not record them. So I will grow another pineapple plant from the pineapple crown, and I'm gonna show you guys how it works, how you can grow a pineapple plant, and I'm gonna make you guys another video of how to get your pineapple start to pop out flower, and eventually you're gonna get a pineapple. You see this croton, it has grown much bigger, the sloppy painter. You see this calathea plant, it just had 2 leaves. I mentioned this calathea plant in my introduction video of 7 square feet garden. Look at this has grown so big, arrowhead. This is popping out new leaf. You see this? My dracaenas. You see look at my dracaenas, the way they're growing. Look at this croton. Look at my vincarosia plant, how bushy it is, and look at that hybrid vincarosia plant. It has grown bigger than earlier, if you noticed. Let me show you. Look at this vincarosia plant. It was not this tall, okay, it was a bit short. It was shorter than now. Now look at this, it had 1 flower, now it has more, like 2 and 1 popping out from here. It has actually more than that. You see there's a new branch with a flower on it. So this plant is thriving and growing faster. Look at this this cutting of oak leaf croton. So it has turned into a plant actually, but it's not a big plant, so you may not consider it a plant yet. But yeah, it's gonna turn into a big oak leaf croton soon. You see there's a leaf in that bottle. I'll tell you why I have that leaf in a minute. And let me show you guys the floor, like the soil bed, how it looks in my garden. So you see my soil bed, it has lot of leaves on it, which you may call a garden waste. You see there are a lot of leaves on the floor, on my garden floor, on soil. So look at these. There are some pineapple leaves on the floor. When I pruned my caladium plant, I had all those caladium leaves on the soil. They decomposed. Okay, so I have this aloe vera leaf here. I had 2 of them, but one of them got decomposed completely and got disappeared. I have this one. It's gonna disappear soon. I have a lot of leaves here. So look at this croton, oak leaf croton leaves. It's here sitting to decompose. All right, so if you remember, or if you check out my channel, if you get into my video which I made on all my crotons, I told you guys how to grow croton from cuttings. Okay, so I mentioned that I prune off all the leaves. The reason is mentioned in the video, you can check that out. So when I prune off all the leaves, I do not throw them away. I do not put them in the garbage. I do keep them I put them on the soil. I let it sit and decompose and rot. And yeah, that is the secret of my healthy plants. No artificial fertilizers, no NPK, no nitrogen, nothing. It's just some leaves. That's all. I just put some leaves, not just leaves, okay? There are a lot of other things inside my soil bed, like little there type of earthworms. I do have some worms in my soil bed. They keep the soil moving, okay? And for good ventilation for roots, to for bacteria to catch nitrogen. They also encourage bacteria population by eating decomposing waste and pooping out a lot of bacteria. So my garden bed is full of beneficial bacteria. That's right, that is the reason. Okay, I do not use pesticides on my plant. I let the nature do its job. So I have created a little ecosystem. Okay, do not use pesticides unless you get a lot of ants, unless ants invade your garden and take over or take all over the soil. That's when you need to use some pesticides, especially only to kill ants, not intending to kill any other insect in the soil bed, because the pesticides may kill isopods and springtails in the soil. Let me show you what are those things I'm talking about. I hope you can see some isopods here. I'm hoping they will show up. I have a lot of them. I have tiny little snails too, okay, which I don't mind. Yeah, here we go. You see that white little thing running, trying to escape from a giant human finger. You see that? That little white thing that went inside and so I have loads of them. Okay, I have loads of isopods in the soil, which I absolutely don't intend to kill. All right, so I have created an ecosystem here. So unless you have a vegetable garden where you harvest vegetables and fruits, okay, you don't really need to get these insects away or snails away. Like, if you have bigger snails, then yeah, you may not need them, because they can be considered as pests because they may harm your plants. But if they are tiny little snails, then they're not going to do any harm, okay, to your plants. If your plants are aesthetic plants, like I do, like I do have in my garden. So all my plants are for aesthetic purposes. So many of them are poisonous, so those insects are not really going to even try to eat them, because these animals kind of have senses to figure out what to eat, what not to eat, so they know that these plants may harm them. But they're still living and thriving is because of the decomposing waste I have, encouraging bacteria population in the soil. And that's what helps plants to get nitrogen and grow faster and better. So yeah, that's the tip, okay, to get your plants grow better. Don't throw off cuttings, don't throw off leaves, let them sit and decompose. and do not use pesticides, because you may kill beneficial bacteria and beneficial insects. Okay, let the nature do its job, unless ants invade your garden, and because ants are going to kill beneficial insects, and you don't want that to happen, right? So there is a reason why insects exist in nature. They're good friends of plants, and they help them thrive. And I have earthworms, as I mentioned. So yeah, that's the secret. And my plants are growing too big now. So, and I have a very little space, and my plants are all too close to each other. So I'm going to make another video about rearranging my garden. I'll have to root off a lot of plants from my soil bed, and I'll have to make some rearrangements, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm also going to get these philodendrons and pothos off the soil bed, because I'm not gonna keep them on my soil bed anymore. I'm going to um, put them on a PVC pipe instead, and I'm gonna make you guys a video and show you how I'm going to do it. It's gonna look awesome. So please subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell to get notified about my new posts. Thank you very much for watching.